Here we have a first question of the level 2 of simple interest, and this contains the algebraic touch to the questions. Here the question is, at what rate per annum will a certain amount of invested money, means the invested money will double itself in 5 years. Okay, we have already discussed that if at certain rate of interest, okay, if we deposit at certain rate of interest, if we deposit 100 rupees and if it double itself in 10 years, okay, if 100 rupees doubles itself in 10 years, then 1000 rupees will also double themselves in 10 years and at this rate only, you know. So, and it's quite obvious also, because this is the rate of getting the interest. So with this rate we get an interest equals to 100%. No, so invested amount doesn't matter. If at certain rate certain amount doubles itself, so whatever may be the invested amount, that will double itself. So here the question is again about the doubling of investment. Okay, so the investment has to double itself in 5 years. So this question can be perceived as suppose you are let's do it here. Suppose you are depositing 100 rupees in the bank. So what should be the rate so that it double itself in 5 years? Okay, so if it has to double itself in 5 years, that means it has to obtain an interest of 100 rupees, okay, in 5 years. If interest would be 100, then 100 plus 100, 200, and the amount will be able to double itself. So we should be able to obtain an interest of simple interest of 100 rupees in 5 years. That means in each year we must obtain a simple interest of 20 years, okay, for rupees 100. So what is the rate of interest? Rupees 20 per cent, no, rupees 20% per annum. No, so this is quite logical, and we can do it mentally. But now if you have to do it formally in the notebook, then how can you do it? So here we have a formula. A certain amount, that means the principal has to double itself. That means it has to obtain an interest equal to itself in 5 years. So we can say in 5 years a principal at what rate should obtain an interest equal to itself. Okay, so now we have to find out R. So the rest things must be shifted. So here it would be this, and if you'll solve it up, you'll get the value of R as 20. Okay, so the rate of interest is 20% per annum. So this is how you can solve it algebraically. Why do we say this has been solved algebraically? Because interest was not given, invested amount was not given, we let it P, and so that were also P, and we solved the algebraic equation. Now here's the second question. The simple interest on certain sum for 6 months at this rate is 150 less than simple interest on the same sum for 15 months at 5% per annum. Okay, so we can write the situation like this. Simple interest on certain sum at 8% per annum in 6 months is 150 less than simple interest on the same sum at 5% per annum in 15 months. Okay, simple interest here is given by this. The important thing is here is this. Now we are going to get 8 rupees on 100 in 1 year. Okay, and if we invest X, then we are getting 8% of X in 1 year. So how many years are we keeping it here? We are just keeping it for 6 months. That's why how many years? It's 0.5 years. Similarly here, it's like X amount. The rate is 5% per annum. So 5 rupees on 100. And how many, what's the interest on X? It's 5% of X, but it's per annum. So that means in 1 year. So what's the time period here? So in 1 year we are getting this. So how many years we are keeping it here? We will multiply that. So we need to convert this into years. So converting months into year, you just need to simply divide months by 12. Okay, that will automatically give you the answer. Now let's simplify them little bit more. So this is equals to your 4x over 100. 8 into 0.5 is 4, and here your simple interest is actually equals to x into 5 into 15 over 100 into 12. So this came to be 4x, and here it came out to be, we can reduce it, so it's like your 25x over 400, which we can also call, it's like that's 5 over 16x. So this is 4x over 100, and this is 5 over 16x. And according to question, the simple interest here in this case and in this case are not equal. In fact, this one is greater. This one is 150 less than this. That means this one is greater than this. Okay, but if we have to find out the value of x, we must need to convert this into equation. Okay, this is here I'm teaching you how to frame equations. Only then we can find out the value of variable. So we must be able to obtain equation, but this is not equation, this is called inequation, because it's an inequality, it's not equality. Okay, but we have to make an equation. So how can we make equation when they are not equal? This one is 150 less, this one is more, so we can convert this into equation by making them equal. And to make them equal, we can either add 150 here because this is 150 less, or we can subtract 150 from here. So I'm going by the first choice. 4x over 100 plus 150 equals to 5 over 16x. Now this is a linear equation, and we got linear equation, and you know how to sort it up.